Hi, I'm Rachel Gaskin, and you're watching ECITV.
Okay, everyone, welcome along to episode 18 of ECITV. We're joined this week with Ryan Whitling and good old Shano, wherever he is on the screen.
There you go.
Thanks for having me back.
Ah, that's okay, mate. We've always got you back. Don't worry about that. Any situation, we got you back.
I'll put the number on top of the contact list then.
Yeah, that's it, mate. So everyone, welcome along. Unfortunately, we're all still in lockdown, but because we're coming to you over Skype, it's disease-free. So, yeah, let's get into the general discussion. You want to kick it off, Shane?
Well, it's a chase thing, so why don't you kick this one off?
Okay, then we got announced today that the 2021 Chase Edge bikes have now been released over social media. The bikes themselves are due to arrive in Australia at the end of this month, so we are taking pre-orders at the moment. They are up on ECI Imports or ECI BMX website, so you can check them out. They are available in two colour schemes this season for 2021, and that is black with blue stickers or black with red stickers. And basically majority of the specs are the same, but yeah, check them out and have a good look at them. We'll be sending out a lot more social media posts over the next few days just so no one misses out. But yeah, they will be available at the end of this month.
They're also available across the country at all the bike shops you sell to, aren't they, Gary?
Oh, definitely. And that's who I'm directing most of this to check them out on ECI Imports. And yeah, we're taking pre-orders, so jump on board and yeah, get onto them.
You got a retail price for those?
Certainly do. They kick off at $8.99 up to about $9.69 for the cruiser. So yeah, but yeah, so check them out.
I've got to have a closer look at that. I saw a quick email from BRG, I think it was, and saying that they're out and about, but I haven't had a really good look at what it's loaded up with.
They're just taking pre-orders as well. Their shipment isn't due till the 3rd of August. There, but all the social media stuff's out about them.
Sweet, bro.
Now yours got some BSX t-shirts.
Yeah, so we'll come out of hibernation, the BSX Club. It's 6 months away till the next event, and fingers crossed we'll be able to run it.
Yeah.
So I went looking through all the boxes and found about 40 BSX t-shirts and put them up on eBay. So if anyone's looking for a cool t-shirt, if they're missing their BMX and want to be loud and proud about it, make sure you check out the BSX 2020 tees. They have an awesome design, and I think it'll look good on both these blokes, so it'll look good on anyone. So we'll provide a link to that in the description.
The design was done by Firebird Racing, wasn't it?
Firebird, and it's got the sponsor, the main sponsor, S Squared and Answer logos on it as well. We'll pop a photo up and covers 3 faces with them, so you can have a look. But yeah, just do a search on eBay for BSX 2020 and it'll pop up.
Okay, excellent. They are good tees and good quality as well.
Yeah, they're the AS t-shirts. They last forever, and Firebird have always done great job with the printing, so that lasts forever as well. It doesn't wash out in the laundry like some others.
Very good.
Some other news that I popped up in our little discussion thing was the prototype Speedline hubs. They kind of touched on an announcement, didn't really give too much detail away, apart from the fact that they'll be doing a disc and a traditional hub style shell. And they say there's virtually no drag, so it'll be interesting to see what mechanism they're using on that one. And in their photos that they had the sneak peek of, it looked like a 20mm front hub and a 15mm rear combo, but I'm sure they'll have other options like all good hub manufacturers do. And yeah, as they got more information, we'll make that available. But for now, that's about all we have on those. You saw a photo of those, didn't you, Ryan?
Yeah, I did. I saw on the Speedline, I think it's Instagram or something, and they were talking about they were going to do a video. Have they released a video yet?
Yeah, no, it's not released yet. It's still very early days. I'm not sure what's holding them up. I guess they're perfectionists and like to make it all look glossy, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that.
Yeah, but I'll be interested though, because they've pretty much talked them up in their social media, and to sort of bring a hub in to the market these days with the competitors, it must be pretty decent.
Yeah, a lot of hubs out there, and to find good ones is quite hard. Did you listen to the Alienation podcast I did yesterday, Gary?
I certainly did. Found it very informative. I mean, a lot of the stuff I already, was aware of because we deal a lot with Zach at Alienation. But I'd like to get Ryan's input on it because you would have listened to it as well, wouldn't you, mate?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing for me is that I remember when I was riding street stuff, Alienation, I was running, I think, the Deviant rigs back then.
Yep.
So I never really knew their origin or where Zach had come from. I thought it was a street brand or a mountain bike brand, and to hear that he's basically always been a BMX brand, and his background in the industry it was really interesting. And where his mind goes with development and where he wants to go and the ins and outs of it, I thought it was a really good listen, actually. And he sort of does all the talking for you.
Yeah.
Well, a lot like the George Costa or the Bill Ryan interviews where they're passionate and they run with it. So it was a really good listen, actually.
Yeah, look, he always has been like that. Look, I've known Zach for many, many years, and I've sat down and talked to him at a lot of trade shows. And look, he's got a wealth of information. His background in Sun Rims and the development he did in Sun Rims prior to going into Alienation was phenomenal. And look, Sun's still carrying on with a lot of Zach's designs when he did work with Sun. So it's good. It's good to get the insight, not realising that the drilling process and everything like that, how much goes into the design of that. And how he is, and look, it could be a detriment to him that he is so fussy about it. That it takes a long time to bring new products out because he does want it perfect. But there's we sell hundreds of the Malice and Mischief rims, and honestly, hand on heart, I'd almost say I don't think I've had a warranty claim yet with one. They just stay true. They're bulletproof. They are starting to get used a lot more in freestyle now, not just race, even though they're a very lightweight, narrow rim, and even now we're still seeing them stand up to it. So hopefully the whole TCS side of things kicks off and they really get the correct use that they were meant to at the start with the correct tyres and everything on them. So yeah, it was a very, very good podcast, Shane.
It was interesting to hear all about the new products, the new replacement for the ankle biter. I think he called it the Mitre or the Mite.
The Mite, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, and the Acme carbon rims. So he said they're only a few weeks off, so it'll be interesting to see how they work and what kind of weights they're going to be at. So yeah, I've always been a big fan of Alienation, so it was good to actually sit down and talk to Zach after all these years.
Or listen.
Yeah.
Again, too, like in that podcast, he talks about their new rear hub as well. So again, that's going on from the Speedline hub. They're talking about the hub they're in the process of designing and making marketable, and it's just good to hear that he's still pushing. He's still trying to find products to put out there for everyone.
He's made some very interesting hubs over the years. The Bullet and Royal hubs were very low drag.
Yep.
But the problem riders had was they didn't engage quick enough. It was a 12-degree rotation before they fully engaged because the poles pulled away from the driver completely. So it was, a pretty amazing hub and a good concept, but it just didn't engage quick enough. So I also had a product review that Paul did on the S1 Body Armour. So S1, I think, is distributed by Mabo. So it's got pretty good distribution. Who was it? Mike Daly from Kick-Ass BMX helped us out with that. And so Paul feels very comfortable in his S1 Body Armour. So if you want to read the review there, we'll place the links wherever they go. And you can check that out. Otherwise, just go straight to BMX Ultra and check out the reviews. And we also saw that ODI announced a new cap this week. And, you can never have too many caps, can you guys? I know.
So you're actually talking like a baseball cap.
Baseball cap.
Oh, I thought it was a, when you said it was a
Bar
cap,
cap.
I thought it was just I thought, oh, that'll be pretty cool. I wonder what they've come up with. So just another cap. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Oh, that's good.
Another trucker cap. So we'll put the
We need
picture up.
another one. Mm.
You line them up under your jerseys over there.
Yeah, well, they already are. So, okay.
And the last thing in our general discussion, Gary, do you want to take this?
Yeah, I was just curious with Ryan. You're a committee member at Lilydale BMX Club. We're just curious as to this last round of lockdowns, how that's actually affecting the Lilydale BMX Club and their gate starts and the club in general.
I don't think we'll see the effect of how it's affecting the club until probably a couple of months in. When the first stage of lockdowns came in, the committee sort of acted quite quickly into seeing what we could do with the council. As you know, gate sessions, volunteers per gate sessions and stuff like that. And they did a really good job actually when we first come back, setting up, I think, 3 separate nights on a Saturday worth of gates. And we're probably one of the first clubs in our area anyway to sort of get that happening. And to have it sort of shut down again, sort of leaves everyone wondering how long this time or whichever. But little things that I'm learning now about how the club works and stuff is something as simple as the canteen not being open.
Yeah,
that's an income for the club, you know.
of course.
So I suppose the aspect of income is affecting the club. But yeah, apart from that, I'm not really sure.
Sorry, Ryan, is the track actually open right now for people to ride?
No, I believe the council has said it's closed, and this is what actually the problem I found with the first lockdown is that the council says to us it's closed. So as members, we don't go on the track. We don't even go near it. I think the track manager was going down there to maintain the place, but the general public, you know, it's a free fall for them. So, which in turn, the way you look at it too is we've gained members from the last lockdown.
Yeah.
It allowed track access. People got down there, they're interested. So we come back with more members. So I don't know. As members, we're told not to go on there, so we don't.
I know the current situation that we're in actually just announced today that there's over 300 cases today. So, you know, we could quite easily have stage 4 popping up in Victoria very shortly, and that'd just shut everything down: clubs, shops, ECI, everything. So, so who knows what's around the corner?
Yeah. Yeah. That's really depressing, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, it is a bit. It is a bit. But I suppose we can always still do our Skype ECITV.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about the gutter jumps. That's what everyone's going to be doing in a couple of months. So
not allowed to go out in the gutter. Not allowed to go out in the road.
The gutter's probably the cleanest place around at the moment. So
it probably is. So, okay. I suppose we better go over to show us your bike. What do you reckon?
The answer, BMX, show us your bike, Gary.
John's going to hate me. Yeah. The answer, show us your bike competition, or as Paul calls it, gets stuff for free comp.
So this bike belongs to Belinda O'Grady, who is also from the Lilydale BMX Club, a local up here in Kinglake. It's a DK Sprinter Cruiser 2018 model. It's got the standard DK chrome moly forks on it and the standard wheels that come with it, which still look quite nice. She says about the bike, this bike is practically new. I'm told the correct terminology is that it was a carpet queen. It's great to ride and looks fabulous. So not a bad little photo there, leaning up against the almost like a farm post.
I was going to say, normally people go to an enormous amount of trouble, or not trouble, but enormous amount of effort with their bikes and everything. But what Belinda's done, she's actually gone to a lot of effort to actually present the bike well here. I think It's quite a standard bike, but she's presented it quite nice with a backdrop out over the valley. That looks fantastic.
I'm pretty sure that's her front yard.
Okay, nice.
And in the additional information we got here, it says, I started riding in February because it's no more dangerous than horse riding, right? Plus, why let all the kids have all the fun? BMX is such a great sport, so easy for the whole family to get in and ride together. It's just so achievable. I love riding with the kids. They don't all beat me every time now. So that's great that Mum's getting in on the action with the kids and showing them how to do it. Okay.
Now, I think that's Belinda. There she is.
Doing gates out at Lilydale, I imagine that is. Yep.
All picked out.
Yep. Yeah, Belinda's actually our vice president. And when we started at the club, she was one of the first that came along and helped us get into the flow of things. So it's awesome now to see her herself riding with her kids. So
I reckon that's one of the best indications of a club, no matter whether it's a shooting club, fishing club, the bicycle club, BMX club, whatever, that the way you feel welcome and the effort that people go to help you and explain things to you just gives you the depth of a club. And obviously you've experienced that with the Lilydale, which is fantastic. Yeah, because the more you feel welcome and accepted, it just makes you want to be part of a family. And exactly. That's fantastic to hear. So kudos to Belinda for welcoming you so well into Lilydale.
She's got some pretty ace Vans skate highs by the look of it. Or, yeah, they look like skate highs.
Yeah, I think Belinda's actually a Vans addict.
Nah.
I've seen her in multiple colours.
So that's Belinda. Thanks very much for sending that photo in, Belinda. And next we have Grant Hines. So Grant is from the Northern BMX Club here on the north side of Melbourne. And this is his YWIS Rock-On double extra large frame. The fork is a prototype, which I think is another YWIS. Is it YWIS or YWIS? YWIS.
I say WIS.
WIS? Okay, well, let's run with that. He's got Alienation, Mischief, and Malice rims laced into Onyx hubs, and he's got the 22mm front end. He says, up until a month ago, these bikes were almost impossible to get into Australia. They are such a unique looking frame, and I had to get my hands on one. Further details will be available through ctdindustries.com.au and WIS Australia and CTD Industries on social media pages. So I think WIS. What did we decide on WIS?
I don't think we've decided.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we need someone to write in or let us know.
Yeah, well, we could talk to the boys at CTD one day soon, hopefully. Yeah, but I think they've got quite a few different models. This isn't my favourite. I don't like the way it looks like everything's sort of been pushed in to a press fit. But that's just my personal opinion. I do like the touches of gloss black on the matte black or matte carbon look.
I must admit, look, it's very hard for me to see the bike on the phone. Obviously, it's about the size, smaller than a postage stamp. But with the that's a little bit better. I must admit, I am a big fan of the stealthy look of the matte black with gloss black stickers and everything. So if that's what you're picturing there, I am a big fan of that. So I love the way that looks.
I actually saw this frame at a gate night before it was assembled. And the actual finish of the carbon looks amazing. That the satin is actually carbon, and it looks amazing. So the actual finish on it looks really, really nice.
So does it have a matte clear over the carbon, or is it just a raw carbon finish?
I'm not sure, but just under the gate, the lights at gates, I was looking at it, and yeah, it's like a gloss finish with the satin, which is like a raw carbon.
So a very nice looking bike, very bike proud, this guy, isn't he?
No.
So there's another angle, the V-bar.
Yeah, what are those bars?
I think Box did a jet model V-bar a little while ago.
Yeah, right.
And what do you reckon his front chainring is? Looks like it'd be pushing a 50.
Oh, hang on a sec, I could just about read that one. I'm going to zoom right in.
You can almost read it. I can barely see the chain ring.
That's
better.
Even with glasses on, I was struggling. 46 tooth.
Oh, okay. Look bigger.
Yeah, it's 46.
Yep. Very neat. Whoa, gone. Yeah, make my life even harder.
So if this photo looks very familiar, it's because 2 weeks ago we had Hamish's brother and sister on, Alex and Madison, and Alex took away the prize. So let's see if Hamish can do the same. So this is Hamish Prendergast from Lilydale as well, and also lives up here in Kinglake. The bike is a DK Professional Expert XL, which looks very familiar. And it has Answer Dagger carbon forks, and it's got a box 1 wheel set. Hamish loves how light and smooth this bike is. It rides so well, and he definitely feels better. He chose it because it was the right fit, and luckily our friends were selling it. As a bonus, the colours all work very well together. It says Hamish started BMX at BSX nearly 6 years ago on a hard rubbish 16-inch BMX. He had a break and then joined Lilydale in 2018. So yeah, you put that bike together.
I was going to say, it looks pretty interesting and familiar. I'm pretty sure it's actually got a Stay Strong stem and alloy bars as well, and LSP cranks. Just a guess.
Oh, you can't see that.
No, I can see it.
You can pick a lot up just from a photo. That's pretty impressive, Ryan.
No, it's actually a really good looking little bike, and that was actually Scarlett's Expert that we sold to Hamish. But
very good.
I've always loved the colours on that bike.
It looks a good fit for him too.
It did, yeah. It's an XL, I'm pretty sure.
Looks like Mum waited till it was too late to take these photos.
Oh no, it's good in the dark, I reckon.
Yeah.
It actually does. The colour pops pretty well.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Mm.
It looks like they've finished a gate session. It got all muddy, so they hosed it off after they got home. So
and quickly, while it was clean, they take the photo. Smart move.
A real BMXer wouldn't have their bike this clean, would they?
Yeah, tell Dean Patchat.
All right, so the next one we have here is Kevin Embleton. This came via Paul Knox, so you know there's going to be some quirk here. Kevin's from the Lilydale Club. He lives in Melbourne. He comes here via New Zealand. So the bike details, it's a Mongoose Solution 1989 mid-school bike. It's got a Haro fork on it. It's got a Rayo 7X rims with Sunshine high flange loose ball hubs, which I'm sure were pretty much the envy of all BMXers back in the day. It says this bike was built for one specific race, the Hara Indoor Oscars, old school classic racing. What is the best thing about it? It's big. So it looks like a long frame for an old school frame. He said the tyres are 24 years old with plenty of race life left in them. So they look like, nicely aged Comp 3s. And he does add to the end, the correct pronunciation of Hawara is Hawara. Hawara? Hawara. I don't know. I'm going to bastardize it no matter how I say it. So it doesn't matter how correct it is. So what do you reckon of this, boys?
Can you imagine cornering on 24-year-old tyres? Like it just wash out like crazy.
Well, it's bad enough that they'll be probably maximum of 60 psi.
Oh. So
even 60 psi would feel like it's rolling under you.
Oh, and they'd be slick as. There'd be no grip on them. Jeez, crazy. That's pretty cool looking rig. I presume it's on the up in Mount Evelyn on the rail trail or something. It looks like.
Yeah,
No, that looks pretty cool.
Doesn't look like the kind of bike you'd want to ride for too long on the rail trail.
No, not that's no.
So what do you reckon, Ryan? Would you have ridden this back in the day?
Oh, I wish. I'm one of those people. I love chrome on bikes. I know it's not the lightest of options, but just a chrome fork to me looks great on a bike.
I agree.
You know, and that's so simple. Black chrome, bit of anodize.
Yeah.
I'm showing my age.
I was going to say that's back in the day, isn't it?
Yeah. I wish I had something like that back in the day, but oh well.
All right, so that's it. We have our 4 bikes. Thanks everyone for sending those in. As usual, our prizes are a answer number plate, Thanks very much to Enter BMX and ECI Imports. An ECI BMX t-shirt and a massive sticker pack. So what do you reckon, guys? We'll go with Gary first. Who would you pick as
I'm going to leave this open to Ryan, actually, because I mean, like I said, I'm having trouble seeing him because I'm trying to watch it as in postage stamp size. But
Just want me to go full size again so you can have a quick look?
no, that's okay. I think Ryan being the guest is can make the selection this week.
Do you think he can do this unbiased since, 3 of them are from his club?
Yeah. And I know in race Grant.
Oh, that does make it difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it's either difficult at the club or difficult next race meeting. Turn 1.
I don't know. Leave it up to you, fellas.
To be honest, I love the mid school thing.
All right, I'm there. I'm there with that one. Yep. Let's go with that.
All right, so
something unique. So yeah, let's go with that.
Kevin Embleton, we've got a new number plate, t-shirt, and sticker pack for you. Sorry to everyone else who might have missed out. As per usual, it's always difficult to pick a winner, and it takes something special to win those prizes. If you want to join in on our competition in the future, make sure you go to ecitv.com.au/bike and try to use the form. Some might have a bit more success than Ryan did on his phone today.
IT. IT wizard, mate.
So that's it. That's it for the competition, and that's it for this week. Unless you guys have got something to add.
No, very short show. Sorry to everyone for all the mess ups with the computer problems and trying to do it on the phone and everything else, but they are trying times at the moment, so we've just got to do with what we've got. So, no, that's about it from me.
Thanks very much for joining us, Ryan.
Hey, thanks again. Thanks for having me.
And
That's
hopefully one day they'll let me into the restricted zone, or they'll join us all together or something. We can catch.
You want to come in, mate?
What's that?
I don't think you want to come in. Everyone's trying to get out.
I was going to say, why would you want to come into the restricted zone?
I was going to keep a distance.
You always want what you can't have. We want to get out. You want to get in.
Yep.
Crazy. But anyway, everyone stay safe out there. Thank you, guys, for another good show. It was a quick one, but it is difficult to try and find content with while we're in lockdown. But anyway, we're doing what we can.
Talk about content. We do have a dad joke battle, which we should have next week sometime. So look out for that one.
I watched that today and it was quite good. So definitely worth a watch when we post it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dozer.
That's all I have. So thanks very much, and catch you guys next week.
Stay safe out there. Thanks, fellas.
So, yeah.
Cheers.
All right. So that is France. We saw that angle. We got to rotate.
Oh, he's clever. That's a steep hill. I share the screen. I suppose I did that before, and everything shut down. So let's see how we go.
Fingers crossed.
See whether it's going to work. Is anything sharing?
It looks better already. I'm on it.
No, I got the dreaded blue spinning thingy jiggy.
Does that mean you'll need to disconnect and then I'll share the screen?
Yeah, I think so, mate. Okay, so we've had a little meltdown, and now I'm on the phone. So hopefully I'm not too blurry. Although, as Shane says, it's probably an improvement if I am blurry. So we're going to have Shane take over the screen sharing and everything else, and I can see you two fellas quite clear actually. I can even make out the dot to dot and everything on your face, Ryan. So perfect.
Which dot?